Hi again, everybody. You're traveling with me, Jack, and of course, as always, with my beautiful heavenly wife, Pam. And it's about 10 o'clock at night. I was out doing my nighttime walk because it's still pretty hot in Phoenix, but in the evening I can get in 3 or 4 miles, and it's still pretty nice. Every now and then you may see a little lightning off in the distance there. We got some monsoon thunderstorms not that far away, but it seems like when I'm on these walks, I have some of my greatest thoughts. Now hear me out. This is not a joke, what I'm about to suggest, but I think it's a great idea, and it's going to bring about some huge change to our country, and in the end, it's going to make everybody happy. Trust me. Here's the deal. As I was out walking tonight, I saw one of these WAYMO cars. Are you familiar with what they are? It's a self-driving car service, and I saw someone taking one of these and getting out at their home here. They got out, they went in their home, all was good. And the car, not a driver in sight, drives away with absolutely no problem. So it got me to thinking, you know, just mark my word, the president and his administration, they're getting ready to declare a climate crisis. And that's going to mean huge changes to your everyday life. We don't know what it's going to involve, but it could be everything from collecting all the gas-powered and diesel-powered cars to ripping out your gas stoves to all these things that they believe are contributing to global warming. And I started thinking, wait a minute. You don't have to, as they say, piss everybody off. You can make everybody happy with this amazing plan that I came up with on my walk tonight. And again, I'm pretty serious about this. How about, first of all, I am perfectly fine. You want to take away my 2005 Toyota Highlander and all the service detail things that I have to have done to it from time to time, that's fine. Take away my gas-powered Highlander. In exchange, though, the government is going to institute a nationwide plan to provide every person 16 years and older access to a WAYMO car. This WAYMO car will be yours to call on to come and go wherever you need be. Now, this is also going to help the economy because we're going to have to build massive automobile manufacturing plants to build all these WAYMO cars and the technology. We're probably going to need about 225 million of these to serve all the people who have driver's license, who are of driving age, 16 plus that is. Now work with me here, okay? So we're going to have all those jobs created building all these WAYMO cars. Then you're going to have a ton of other jobs who are going to take all our gas-powered, diesel-powered cars, and they're going to have to crush those down and somehow recycle the parts of the metal and do something with that. So we're going to create all these jobs to create this. Now we're also going to have to, your 80 gas pumps, they're out of here. We're going to have to replace those with WAYMO charging stations. Now, the other thing this is going to do, since everybody's just going to be in a WAYMO, and again, you never have to worry about the driving or anything, we're going to also then cut down on trips to the DMV. Who likes going to the DMV? Absolutely nobody. We're not going to need the DMV anymore. It's just going to be WAYMO. Driverless cars. They don't need driver's license. They don't need registrations. We're not going to need a driver's license. We're not going to need a registration because we're riding in the WAYMO car. So again, while we're creating all those jobs to build cars and of course the recycling, well, the people that worked at DMV, well, they'll be offered jobs in those places as well. Now, everybody talks about law enforcement. Guess what? No more DUI checkpoints. No more DUI fatalities. In fact, there should be no more traffic fatalities because we're all going to be in WAYMO vehicles, which they're going to be programmed to follow all the traffic laws and regulations right down to the letter. This is going to be fantastic. So now law enforcement saves money on overtime hours and such that they have to spend on DUI checkpoints. We save money in the court system on running people through the court system with DUI charges, driving without a license, driving without registration. Just think about it. All these things are going to be cleared off the books that we don't have to do anymore because we're all just going to be riding around in WAYMO cars. Public transportation. Probably not going to be as big a need for that, but we'll keep some of that going. But they've already got driverless trains in most cities, and we're going to make all the buses that we do have, we'll make those WAYMOs as well. We don't need bus drivers. Again, you're saying, but what about what happens to their jobs? Keep in mind, we've got to have people capable of producing 200 million plus WAYMO cars. And, they'll eventually wear out, and then we got to make some more. And then, of course, you're thinking, well, what about tire shops, things like that? They're going to remain in business. The WAYMO cars, they'll need new tires and things like that. Current automobile dealerships, though, that's where it gets a little tricky. Folks who own car dealerships, they're going to have to be open to the fact that you're now just a WAYMO service center. That's what you then become. And trust me, with 200 million plus WAYMO vehicles out there on the highways and byways, we're going to need those service centers. So it's going to be fantastic. Now, as far as parking areas go, that really doesn't change much. We're still going to have the same number of cars out there. But the good news is, we don't have to worry about them getting stolen. Who's going to steal one? Nobody. You'll have no need. That's also going to cut down on crime. Think about it. No more high-speed pursuits taking place. No more criminals stealing cars and taking off and running away because they won't be able to. These are highly programmable WAYMO automobiles. I know all this sounds like, well, that's crazy. This can't happen. Now think about it. In the last 20 years, I don't know, let's think just in the last 5 years, think about all the things that have been changing and happening in our society that you're going, well, that'll never happen. Yeah, right. Things are moving at light speed, and this plan can work as well. And again, whether you're red, blue, independent, whomever, who could argue with having a WAYMO vehicle provided by the United States government at your service 24/7? You're going to save money too. You don't have to carry auto insurance anymore. That's a pain in the butt. You don't have to get those annual inspections anymore. That's a pain in the butt. You don't have to do all that annual maintenance, anything like that. And then as I'm starting to think about it and kind of spitball this a little bit more, well, maybe to help things out, every man, woman, and child would pay $50 a month into the system to pay for the WAYMO cars that we're all going to be riding around in. That's nothing. How many of you out there got a car payment with $700, $800 a month? How does $50 a month sound? Pretty good, huh? I think this plan is something we should seriously consider. Okay? We need to get out ahead of this before the government just comes in with this climate crisis declaration and just starts jerking stuff away and tell us you can't do this, you can't do that. And we need to be proactive and say, wait a minute, we've got an idea. We've got a plan. Maybe this should be my platform for a launch for the presidency. Again, I'm not really kidding. I think this could work. And we may take it worldwide. But hey, the United States, we've always been ahead on these things. So let's think about it. WAYMOs for all. That could be a new slogan. We get it on a bumper sticker until we're all in our new WAYMO vehicles. WAYMO for all. We're going to clean up the environment. We're going to uncongest the roadways. We're going to save you money. We're going to create jobs. This is an amazing plan. So let's think about it. Let's do it. Driverless cars for everyone that needs transportation. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Keep subscribing, donate, share, give it a thumbs up. Check out my podcast too, Love Letters to Pam. Until we see you next time, have a great day. Better yet, a better tomorrow. And bye now.